getting into the final month of the year, which feels like a joke saying that and hearing that because I feel like January was only last week. Like, I remember filming the first video for this series like it was yesterday, but okay, I guess. As always, we're gonna be talking about all the upcoming cozy games we're getting in December. Anyway, we have some very anticipated games and I'm really excited to talk about them with you, so let's just get into the video. Just one last thing before we start talking about the games, I'm giving away 2 Steam keys for Magical Greenhouse, a really cozy and magical game that we actually talked about in November's video, and I'll be sharing the giveaway details at the end of the video. Okay, now let's start with our first release for December, which is Scrabdackle. So Scrabdackle is a hand-drawn open world adventure game where we play as a novice wizard named Blue who gets literally flung out of their academy when it's suddenly attacked. From there, we're basically trying to make our way back home, wandering through this big scribbly world that's packed with magic, mysteries, and lots of quirky characters. The art is honestly the first thing that caught my attention. The game looks like it came straight out of a sketchbook with super beautiful hand-drawn animation, and even though it has that doodly look, it also looks like hundreds of hours were spent on each scene, which I really love. You can tell someone put their whole heart into this game. The game's world is non-linear, so we're free to explore in almost any order. Some routes or bosses might be blocked until we learn a specific spell, but we can always go and learn that spell anytime. And the game is releasing in episodes, so on December 2nd, Act 1 is coming out, and Acts 2 and 3 will be added later for free, of course. The important thing is that I think the price will probably go up when the later acts release, so buying early means you get the future acts at the lower price. So Act 1 is going to be around 12 to 15 hours if you're just doing a normal playthrough, but if you're the type of player like me who loves to hunt for secrets and look at everything, it will probably be longer since it seems like there are many things to explore. There are 6 spells to learn, 9 bosses to defeat, and 10 regions to explore. There's also a huge amount of story content with around 70,000 words of dialogue. Combat is described as tough but fair. Boss fights are probably going to be a bit challenging, but not like a frustrating challenge. A lot of the experience is about exploring too, which sounds really cozy. We'll meet strange creatures, talk to the locals, piece together little mysteries, and slowly learn more about the world around us. The whole game is made by one developer and it's a huge game. Act 2 and 3 will also have around 10 plus hours of playtime, and I think this might be a really great game since it's very obvious how much effort went into it, so I think Scrapdackle is really worth checking out. Our next December release is Octopath Traveler 0 coming out on the 4th. So this is a new entry in the Octopath series and it's actually set before the first 2 games, and just like them, it uses that style that mixes pixel art with beautiful lighting and modern effects. It really feels like a warm, nostalgic RPG but with super polished visuals. What's really exciting about this one is that it finally lets us create our own character. We can choose the appearance, the voice, the little animations, even our favorite food, which I think is such a cute detail. And on top of that, there is this new town building feature where we can rebuild our hometown from scratch. As we progress, we can invite people to move in and slowly turn it into a cozy little place. It feels very personal, which I really like. The combat is still the classic system, so if you're familiar with the series, it will feel instantly comfortable, but there are also new mechanics and interactions added to it, so it's not just more of the same. The game seems to focus a lot on giving players freedom in how they build their character and their town, while still keeping that rich world building. And a small but very important detail for my fellow soundtrack enjoyers, the music is once again composed by Yasunori Nishiki, so yeah, we can already tell it's going to sound absolutely beautiful. Overall, if you enjoyed the other Octopath games, this is definitely an exciting release this month. The art is gorgeous, the customization looks exciting, the town building feels relaxing, and it just seems like a great December RPG to sink into. Next up is Cloudheim, which also comes out on December 4 to early access. This one is a cozy action-adventure game that you can play with up to 3 friends, and it seems to have a really really fun mix of exploring, crafting, and running your own little sky shop. Cloudheim takes place after Ragnarok shattered everything and the gods chose us to help rebuild the world by exploring floating islands, mysterious dungeons, and awakening the forgotten gods. A really unique thing is that our base of operations is actually a giant ancient turtle called Odin's Shell, and it slowly travels through the sky while we get to build, craft, and even run a small shop on its back. The combat looks really fun and kinda chaotic. The whole world is physics-based and we can knock down pillars on enemies, throw objects around, lasso enemies into tornadoes, and just chain together silly and fun combos. Of course, there's also crafting where you can toss materials into the workshop forge to create new weapons or abilities. But my favorite part is the shop. We can decorate it, upgrade it, craft items to sell, and meet different characters that come to visit. It looks very cozy, especially mixed with the whole sky exploration theme. There are also friendly little creatures that help us on our adventures. As I said, the game will be coming out to early access, so there will be much more content being added to it throughout the year, like more quests, more loot, more places to explore, just more things in general. But I think even now it looks like there's a lot to do. There's a free demo available if you want to try the game out before deciding if you want to wait for the full release or get it now. Our next cozy game is Log Away, coming out on December 4 as well. This one is all about slowing down, creating your own little retreat, and just enjoying some peace. So in this one we build and decorate our dream log cabin in nature. We can furnish it with over 500 items that range from rustic to whimsical, and of course we're totally free to design our cabin and the surrounding world however we like without any time limits or grinding. If I understood correctly, I think our design choices unlock themed items of that style. Like if we go with an artsy vibe, then we unlock paintings and stuff, which sounds really cool. We can explore our cabin in first person or free camera, walk around, interact with pets, and just soak in the changing seasons and weather. I feel like once you design your dream cabin, it can also be a good idle game to run on the background while you read or something. So if this looks like something you would enjoy, they're giving the Christmas DLC for free during launch week, which sounds perfect for the cozy December evenings. So next we have Unbeatable, releasing on December 9. We already talked about this one in last month's video. Unfortunately, it got delayed, so I will try to keep this one short to not repeat myself. I mean, I don't know if I can though, like, I'm just so excited for it and it looks so good. This is a rhythm adventure game where music is literally illegal and we are part of a band living on the edge. We play as Beads, a really cute pink-haired musician who, along with her band, keeps performing underground even though the cops are everywhere. There are sections where you just walk around, talk to people, help them or not, and explore the world. Then there are performance set pieces, massive shows, and moments where things get intense. The soundtrack is one of the game's big pillars, and I have a feeling I will be listening to it even years later. So the game was originally supposed to come out on 6th of November, but a bug was found during QA for the console version and they said they would rather release it at the same time for all the platforms. They were very transparent about everything, which makes me really respect them. I'm personally counting down the days because this game looks like it's going to be a masterpiece and a really unique game in everything it does. Our next December 9 release is Romancing Saga Minstrel Song Remastered International. Oof, that's a long title. So, if you're thinking, didn't this game just get a remaster a few years ago already? You're right. This edition only has a few small improvements, but I thought it was still worth adding it to this list and talking about it since I've never heard about this game before and it looks like it's loved by many people. So this version doesn't bring big game-changing additions, but it still adds a few nice features that might make it feel worth picking up if you've been feeling nostalgic and wanting to replay it, or you're completely new like me and want to check out the series. They added New Game Plus and a graphical update, so everything looks a bit sharper and more polished. They also made some of the bosses enhanced and more difficult, so it seems like this version is meant to give both newcomers and returning players a little extra challenge. The biggest addition though is the new language support. The game now has French, German, Italian, and Spanish available, which I'm guessing is why it's called the international version. Honestly, I think it's my bad that I never heard of these games before. I've seen so many people talk about how good the SaGa series is, and I've been craving a solid JRPG series to play, so thanks to this remaster, it caught my attention, and I've also been looking for a game that will make me pick my Switch back up, so I might as well try it. And finally, we have Ooble Gardens releasing on the 16th of December. This is a super cozy game where you become a gardener for these little magical nature spirits called Oobles. You get to tend a giant garden pot in a quiet backyard and it looks magical. The Oobles give you offerings like flowers or mushrooms, and you can merge and combine them to unlock all kinds of cute furniture and decorations for your garden. Experimenting with combinations seem really fun. You can discover new items, slowly fill out your garden journal, and watch your little world grow. The art style is adorable. It looks kind of clay-like, and I want to give a hug to all the Oobles. So if you're looking to play a cute, cozy game that keeps making you go, "Aww," then this is your game this month. I know we don't have a ton of games this month, but the ones we do have all look really cool. I think it's perfect for the end of the year because it gives us a chance to finish up any games we started in previous months and start fresh for our 2026 gaming. Especially when you think about the past 2 months combined, we had like 70 genuinely good indie games, so now is a great time to catch up on any you missed. I covered all the releases from the previous months in my earlier videos. October and November were especially crazy months, so if you want to check those videos out to see the games you might have missed, I'll be linking those at the end of this video and in the description. Now for the giveaway. Magical Greenhouse is a super cozy potion shop simulation game, and if you follow my channel then you would probably love the vibes of this game. The developers kindly gave me 2 Steam keys for a giveaway, and to join all you need to do is like the video and leave any comments including the word magical. I'll reply to the winner's comments in 1 week, so on November 29. And that's everything for December. I think it's a good lineup to end the year with. I'm really excited for all the games the new year will bring, and these are like my favorite times of the year because I can make so many lists for everything I'm gonna be playing, everything I'm gonna be reading, watching, all my favorites from the past year. December and January are heaven for someone with so many hobbies. So of course I'm gonna be making a video for all the cozy games coming out in 2026 that we know of so far, and also for everything I've played in 2025, and probably maybe another one for everything I'm personally really excited to play in 2026. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I upload every Saturday, so if you hopefully decide to stick around, I'll see you next week with a new video. Until then, stay cozy and bye bye!